Hello, YouTube friends and family. It's Michelle, and I'm back today with another cooking video. Today, I'm going to show you how I do my pulled pork for tacos and burritos and stuff like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to have tacos or burritos today. It just depends on when it's done and what I feel like doing with the flour tortillas. So we'll just see. It's going to be a surprise. So anyway, I think I'm leaning towards burritos though, but we'll see. Anyway, I like to bake it in the crock pot, and I like to use pork steaks. So I've been having a hard time finding pork steaks in small packages. They're wanting to sell them in the great big packages, and I just don't have the room in the freezer right now. So I lucked upon some small packages the other day, and I picked up a pack, and so yeah, that's what we're gonna have. So all I do is it's very simple. The only thing that I put on as far as seasonings for my pork steak is just a little salt and pepper on both sides, and I've already done that. And then I like to use an onion, which I had already diced in the freezer, so I took that out, just a bag of onions. And then the only other thing that I do is I use a bottle of this Herdez Salsa Verde, and it's the mild sauce, and this stuff is really, really good for a marinade. I don't care for it by itself, but to marinate stuff in, it's really, really good. Gives it a really good flavor. And then I also have, we're going to throw this in as well, probably just half of what's in that bottle, because this stuff here is a little spicy. It's made by Herdez too, but it is the medium. So it does have a little bit of a spice to it, but it's the roasted poblano salsa crema. So we're just gonna, I've got a half a bottle left, so I'm probably just gonna use a fourth of that. And then, or half of the half, so pretty much like a quarter of a bottle. And basically all I do is I just throw all this into the crock pot, and you can let it cook for, I don't know, these are already thawed out, so I'll probably let them cook for about 3, maybe 4 hours in the crock pot, just to let them get real good and marinated in the sauce, make sure they've got really, really good flavor. And then, once it's done, I just either take my mixer and my hand mixer and shred it, or either take 2 forks. Usually it's fall apart, fork tender, so you can just take 2 forks and pull it apart as well, which is probably what I'll do, so I don't have to get the mixer down or anything. And then all you have to do is assemble your tacos, your burritos, or whatever you're going to use the pork for. So, yeah. So I will be back in a few hours to let you see what it all looks like shredded up. Actually, I may come back after I put everything in the crock pot, show you what it looks like in there, and then we'll come back and show it to you all shredded up, and we'll decide if we're going to have tacos or burritos tonight. So I'll be back. Bye-bye. Alrighty, here we go. Got it all poured in there. And what you see on top is that roasted poblano sauce and the salsa verde. And then I got the onions, and then the pork steaks are down at the bottom. So we've got this bad boy on high. I'm going to get off here, put the lid on it, and like I said, let it cook for about 3 to 4 hours. We'll come back, we'll shred it, and then the big decision: will it be tacos or will it be burritos? You take a guess. We'll be back. Bye-bye. Alrighty, guys. These pork steaks, they cooked on high for about 4.5 hours, so a little longer than I expected, but they just weren't getting tender like I wanted them to, but they're pretty tender now. So, I then took them off the bone probably about halfway during cooking. I then pulled them from the bone because these did have bone in them. And just hoping that they would cook quicker, but they didn't, so I should have just left them on the bone. But anyway, so I took them off the bone probably about 2 hours into cooking, and I shredded it a little bit, and so this is what I've got. But I went ahead and pulled the pork from the sauce, and I put it in this bowl, and I'm going to take my KitchenAid hand mixer, and I'm going to shred this up, and then I'm going to put it back in to the salsa verde mixture. So once I get this shredded, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll show it back inside the mixture. We'll be back. Okay, guys, here it is. I shredded it up, and I put it back in the mixture. So you can see it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make tacos, because I am going to fry the tacos on the stovetop just a little bit to make the shells a little crunchy, kind of like street tacos. And yeah, so now all I gotta do is just get all the ingredients out that I need to make my tacos, and I'll be back. Alrighty, guys, I got everything out to make these tacos. I got some Crisco back there. I've got my street taco shells. I'm going to put these, like I said, in a pan and fry them up a little bit. I've got some aged white cheddar that I shredded, and it's this kind that I get from Aldi. This stuff is so good. So I shredded that in a bowl. I have some feta cheese. Have some guacamole and some lettuce. So, yeah, that's what we're going to put on. I wish I'd have picked up some cilantro, but I haven't been out the last day and a half, so just didn't get it. So I usually don't pick that kind of stuff up until I know I'm going to use it, so it's fresh. But, yeah. And I do have some green onions down in the refrigerator, but I don't think I'm going to use those either. So I think this is going to be plenty. I'd also thought about melting some white queso sauce to put on there, but I think this is going to be plenty, so we'll see. So, and then I'm also going to have some taco rice that I made. When I made my taco salad that I ate on the last couple of days, I had some leftover of that, so I'm going to use that as a side. So, I'm going to get the taco shells on the oven, and I might show them fried in the pan, I don't know, no big deal, but I will definitely come back and show it to y'all plated up. Bye-bye. Hello, fried up. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, guys, here it is, all plated up. I made me 5 of these little bad boys. I mean, they're super tiny, but oh my gosh, they're going to pack a punch, that's for sure. I've got them pretty well filled up. And yeah, that's going to be dinner tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey, YouTube friends and family. It's Michelle, and I'm back again tonight with another dinner. And this is going to be a makeover leftover from last night. So if you've been watching this video, you'll see that last night I had made some pulled pork tacos in the crock pot. So I'm taking that pulled pork tonight, and I'm turning it into some nachos. So I'm pretty much using the same ingredients. The only thing other than using tortilla shells or corn shells, soft flour corn shells, I'm using some Tostitos chips. So those are on the bottom. And then all I did was just layered everything on top of there. I layered the pulled pork. Then I put the leftover rice. Then I put my guacamole. And then my shredded cheese. And my feta. So the only thing I haven't put on there is my sour cream there. But I'm going to put these in the oven first. I've got the oven preheated already at 350. And they'll probably go in there for anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes just to get the cheese all nice and crispy. So, or melted, whatever. Not crispy, but melted. And yeah, so I'll come back and I'll show you what these look like once I've pulled them out and put the sour cream on them. And then, of course, gotta see it all plated up. Be back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Alrighty, guys, here it is. It just come out of the oven. Don't it look so pretty? I forgot because the cheese that I used, the shredded cheese, that wasn't packaged shredded cheese. It was a block of cheese that I shredded on my own. So that will melt a lot quicker than the stuff that you get already pre-shredded because it doesn't have like all those preservatives in it. So it took a lot quicker for the cheese to melt since it was shredded by me. So it only took about 6 minutes in the oven, and then, 6 minutes, and then I put it in the broiler for like, I would say about a minute and a half, just to get it a little brown on top. So I'm going to drizzle some sour cream on top, and then I'm going to plate it up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alrighty, guys, here it is all plated up. I got my sour cream on top there, and yeah, I'm ready to dig in. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Always love it when you can make over some leftovers. Hey, YouTube friends and family. Today, I'm going to do something a little different. Haven't never done this before, but it's a pretty simple little recipe. Really nothing to it, kind of just a dump and go in the crock pot. And I'm sure it's going to taste yummy. So, I am going to make green beans, potatoes, and sausage in the crock pot. So, like I said, be pretty simple. What I'm going to do is I have this, let's see, what is it? It is some, garlic mozzarella smoked sausage. I got some of this at Sam's Club. And it looks like there is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 sausages in there, and they're frozen, so I'm going to have to thaw those out. I'm going to thaw them out, and then I'm going to put them on the stove top in the frying pan and kind of brown them on both sides before I put them in the crock pot. Here's the green beans. I'm going to drain those because I'm going to pour some chicken broth in there instead of using the juice from the green beans. And I have 2 of these in case I need them, so I may need more broth. I don't know. So I have that. I have some smoked Joe that I'm going to fry on the stove top as well before I put that in there. These are just some little red potatoes, and I'm just going to slice them up. I'm actually not going to slice them. I'm just going to dice them probably either in half or in fourths. I don't know. Just depends. I know that the smaller they are, the quicker they'll cook, so we'll see. But I want to put this in the crock pot and let it kind of cook most of the day and everything all together and stuff, so I may just cut those in half. I don't know. And then the spices that I'm going to use are seasonings. I'm going to use some of this ranch dressing. I'm going to use some onion powder. I'm going to use some garlic powder. And then I'm going to use this Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse because I love that stuff. And then some salt and pepper. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I'll take you along for the ride. Bye-bye. Alrighty, guys. There's my potatoes. I'm cutting them in fourths. So I thought I'd show you. I've got the smoked Joe on the stove. I just got it browned up on both sides. So I'm going to cut it up a little bit, and then I'm going to put that in with the green beans and some of the potatoes I've already got in there. And I'm also going to go ahead and pour the grease from it in there as well, just to give it a little bit of good taste. I know it's not good for you, but it tastes good. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got a little pat of butter in my frying pan, and I'm waiting for it to melt. And as soon as it melts, then we're going to add that chicken sausage to the pan. I have never had any kind of chicken sausage, so I'm hoping I like this. So, yeah. So I'm going to put it in there, and like I said, kind of get it a little browned up. And then, we'll add that to the green beans and potatoes. Listen to that sausage sizzle. That's two of the links. I've already put two of them, cooked two of them and put them in with the green beans. And I tried them. And they are really, really good. I don't think it's something that I would eat, that I'd want to eat by itself, like I usually, like if I eat smoked sausage, you know. But I do think that it's a good seasoning thing. So I do think it's going to be good with the green beans and the potatoes and stuff. And once it cooks with all that stuff, it's going to have even better flavor. So, yeah, I think it's going to be good for things like that. But I don't know that I'm a fan of the chicken sausage just eating it by itself. So, yeah, so I'll show you this all thrown in with everything. I'm just going to take this pan and dump the whole thing in there, because all that grease is going to do is add flavor. Hey YouTube friends and family, it's Michelle, and we are going to try something new tonight. We're going to do some knockoff KFC bowls, although they're not going to be quite authentic to the KFC bowl, and I'll explain that as I go along. But yeah, and I have never even actually had one of the actual KFC bowls. So I think I ate at KFC maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. And we have them here locally, and my family's always preferred other chicken places over them. So we just never eat there. So, I cannot compare this once I do fix it and eat it, to compare it to anything. I can just tell you if it's good or not. So, yeah. So we're going to make this super easy as well. I'm not going to, use, actual chicken breast and, season it myself and bread it and all that. I'm going to use already breaded chicken nuggets. I'm going to use some of these Bob Evans potatoes, and I'm going to use gravy packets. So, like I said, it's going to be super easy. So, but I'm going to show you the chicken. I've had this for quite a while in my freezer, and I seen it on Kat's grocery haul a long time ago, and she said these are really good. So I'm going to try these. They're the Pilgrims, and like I said, they're already breaded and everything. So, it does say not to use them like a toaster oven or anything. So I'm not going to use them in my air fryer. I'm just going to put some oil in a pan and fry them like the instructions say on the back. So that's how we're going to make those. Then again, like I said, I've got some of these mashed potatoes. They're the Bob Evans. And I'm just going to put these in a pan on the stove. You can do it that way and heat them up. Or you can also put them in the microwave. So I'm going to do that. And I had these a long time ago, and I liked them. But I can't remember if they have like a buttery taste or not. So I'm going to, like I said, put them in a pan and taste them, and if I think they need butter added to them, then I'll add some butter to them, and then of course add some salt and pepper. This is the cheese I'm going to sprinkle on top of the chicken, on top of the bowl, and I may actually use some shredded cheese as well. I don't know, I'm kind of iffy about that because I don't know, it just sounds kind of weird to put cheese on my chicken. Although I've made chicken things with cheese on them. I don't know. It's just weird. So we'll see. But I do know that I am going to use that. And I'm going to sprinkle some chives on top as well. And then I do know that they say that if you take chicken gravy and brown gravy and mix them together, that it tastes just like the KFC gravy. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But it's a hack that I've been using for a long time just because I think it's good gravy. It tastes really good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix one chicken and one brown together. And then as far as corn, you're supposed to have corn in your bowl. I am not a real big, huge fan of corn. So to put corn in like my dinner and stuff, especially my mashed potatoes and stuff, that just really grosses me out. So, but I do like corn on the cob. So I've got some corn on the cob, and I've actually got it sitting over to the side, getting ready to go into the pan. So I'm just going to make some corn on the cob on the side and eat that. I'll probably take it off the cob and eat it, but it will not go in my bowl. So that'll be separate, you know. 2 and 3-year-old issues here. You know, so that's what it sounds like, doesn't it? But anyway, yeah, I'm a little picky sometimes. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm waiting for the oil to heat up. And then I'm going to start deep frying this chicken. It says it'll take about 5 or 6 minutes to do that. And then I'm also going to go ahead and put the potatoes on and go ahead and start the gravy because it's all going to be pretty quick. So I think probably the thing that's going to take the longest is waiting for that water to boil for the corn on the cob. So it's going to be pretty simple tonight. So I'll come back and show you what we're up to. Bye-bye. Alright, there's the chicken in the pan. That's that whole bag there. I got my potatoes back there. I've done heated them up, so I had to turn them off. Got the corn in there. And then there's our gravy. Yum, yum, yum. We'll come back and show it to you all plated up. Alrighty, guys, here it is. I'll plate it up. So I put my mashed potatoes down at the bottom, and I did not add butter to them until I put them in my bowl, and then I just added a little bit of butter to them, but they were really good already. And then I added some salt and pepper, and then I added some of the gravy, and then I took that chicken, and I didn't lay it on there in the whole chicken tender or chicken nugget thing. I kind of like broke them up into little bite-sized pieces. And then I sprinkled some of that Parmesan and Romano on top. And then I had some sharp cheddar cheese I put on there. And then some of the chives. And then there's my corn on the cob. So, yeah. And I tried the chicken, and the chicken is really, really good. So I really like the chicken. So I think I'm going to like this. So yeah, dinner was super easy tonight. Knock off KFC bowls for the win. Bye-bye.